On February 28, 2025, a new political force emerged in Bangladesh, the Jatiyo Nagorik Party, or JNP. This wasn't just another party joining the political landscape, it was a party born from the streets, from a revolution. The JNP's roots trace back to Students Against Discrimination and the Jatiyo Nagorik Committee. These groups were the lifeblood of the Monsoon Revolution of 2024. Now, with Nahid Islam at the helm, the JNP seeks to translate the revolution's energy into political power. The JNP's formation didn't happen in some smoke-filled room, it emerged from the desire for change, demanded by the people on the streets. The National Convening Committee quickly expanded, reflecting growing support. The JNP's message resonated with many, a promise of a new Bangladesh. The JNP's emergence is significant not just because of its origins, but also because of the political landscape it entered. Bangladesh, for decades, was caught in a tug-of-war between the Awami League and the Bangladesh Nationalist Party. These two parties dominated the political scene, often leaving little room for alternative voices. The JNP's arrival signaled a potential break from this binary, offering a new path, a new hope. To understand the JNP's rise, we need to rewind to July 2024. Imagine this. Bangladesh, drenched in monsoon rain, streets flooded not just with water but with students, their voices echoing with discontent. This was the Monsoon Revolution, a spontaneous uprising against the long rule of Sheikh Hasina's Awami League. For 15 years the AL held the reins of power, but years of discontent over corruption, authoritarianism and economic inequality reached a boiling point. The students, the youth of Bangladesh, became the face of this revolution. They demanded change, accountability, and a new Bangladesh. The protests, initially peaceful, were met with a harsh response from the government, but the movement was too strong, the demand for change too loud to ignore. On August 5, 2024, Sheikh Hasina fled to India, marking a turning point in Bangladesh's political history. In the aftermath of Hasina's departure, a sense of uncertainty, of cautious optimism, gripped Bangladesh. A political vacuum emerged. This vacuum, this space emptied of the old guard, presented an opportunity for new forces to emerge. The JNP, with its roots in the Monsoon Revolution, saw this as its moment. They positioned themselves as the party of the people, the inheritors of the revolution's legacy. The JNP, despite riding a wave of popular sentiment, isn't without its critics and challenges. The party's close ties to the interim government, led by Nobel laureate Muhammad Yunus, have raised eyebrows. Some view the interim government as being slow to address pressing issues, particularly the restoration of law and order and the soaring cost of living. Critics argue that these delays only exacerbate existing problems and create fertile ground for discontent. Adding fuel to the fire are accusations leveled against the JNP of harboring Islamist leanings, a claim that directly contradicts the party's projection of itself as a centrist force. The removal of Muntashir Rahman, a prominent gay rights activist, from the party further fueled these concerns. Critics point to this incident as evidence of a disconnect between the JNP's rhetoric of inclusivity and its actions. The JNP also faces the daunting task of transforming the energy of the Monsoon Revolution into tangible political capital. While the student movement provided the initial spark, translating that momentum into widespread electoral support is a different ballgame. The party needs to broaden its appeal beyond urban activists and students, reaching out to rural communities and forming alliances with local organizations. Despite the challenges, the JNP's emergence marks a significant moment in Bangladesh's political evolution. The party's vision for a second republic founded on unity, justice, and empowerment resonates with many citizens yearning for change. The JNP's emphasis on merit-based leadership and dismantling corruption offers hope for a more equitable society. However, the road ahead is fraught with obstacles. The JNP must navigate the complex political landscape and maintain transparency to build trust. The JNP's success hinges on convincing the people it is a viable force for lasting change. The world is watching to see if this new political wave can usher in a new era for Bangladesh. The coming months and years will be crucial in determining whether the JNP can live up to the hopes of the people.